Imagine waking up every morning knowing that today could be your last. No police, no hospitals, no supermarkets, no homes. Every sound in the bushes could be a predator. Every stranger could be an enemy. Every meal had to be earned, not bought. Now here's the shocking part. Although our world has completely changed, your brain is still running many of the same survival programs that kept your ancestors alive hundreds of thousands of years ago. The anxiety you feel, the fear of rejection, your habit of overthinking, your attraction to high-calorie food, and even your sudden reactions to danger are not random flaws. They are ancient survival tools. Today, we're going to travel back in time to discover how early humans shaped the psychology we still carry inside our minds. Around 300,000 years ago, the first Homo sapiens lived in a world that was unimaginably dangerous. There were no safe shelters, no modern weapons, and no guaranteed food. Giant predators roamed the land. Seasons changed without warning, and starvation was always one bad hunt away. Survival depended on making the right decision at the right moment. A single mistake could end an entire bloodline. Because of this brutal environment, evolution didn't create the smartest brain. It created the brain that survived. Every generation passed down mental traits that increased the chances of staying alive. Over thousands of generations, these traits became deeply wired into human psychology. One of the most powerful survival tools was fear. Today, fear is often seen as a weakness, but for early humans, fear was a superpower. Imagine hearing leaves rustle behind you in a dark forest. Was it just the wind, or was it a hungry predator? The human who assumed danger and ran away usually survived. The one who ignored the sound often didn't live long enough to have children. Over time, our brains evolved to detect threats even when there might not be any. This is why modern humans sometimes feel anxious without an obvious reason. Your brain would rather create a false alarm than miss a real danger. Another essential survival trait was living in groups. Humans were never the strongest animals. We couldn't outrun cheetahs, overpower bears, or fly away from danger. Our greatest advantage was cooperation. Small tribes hunted together, protected one another, and shared food. Being accepted by the group meant safety. Being rejected often meant death. That ancient reality explains why social rejection still hurts so much today. Brain scans show that emotional rejection activates many of the same regions involved in physical pain. Your brain still treats exclusion as a serious survival threat. Early humans also became masters of pattern recognition. Imagine finding fresh footprints near a river. Did they belong to prey or to a dangerous predator? Recognizing patterns quickly could save lives. Our ancestors constantly searched for clues in the environment, connecting sounds, smells, and movements into meaningful information. This incredible ability helped humans survive, but it also created a tendency to see patterns where none exist. It's one reason people sometimes believe in superstitions or imagine connections that aren't actually real. Memory became another powerful survival weapon. Remembering which berries were poisonous, where dangerous animals lived, or which paths led to water made the difference between life and death. The brain naturally gave more attention to negative experiences because they contained valuable survival lessons. This is why even today, painful memories often stay with us longer than happy ones. Your ancestors didn't survive by remembering every beautiful sunset. They survived by remembering every dangerous mistake. Food was another constant challenge. Early humans never knew when the next successful hunt would happen. As a result, the brain evolved to reward eating high-calorie foods whenever they became available. Fat, sugar, and energy-rich foods were rare and precious. The individuals who eagerly consumed them had a better chance of surviving future famines. In today's world, food is available almost everywhere, but the brain still follows the ancient survival program. That's why resisting junk food can feel so difficult. Your brain still believes the next famine could be just around the corner. The human imagination also played a surprising role in survival. Unlike other animals, humans could imagine situations before they happened. They could predict where prey might travel, prepare for changing weather, and plan future hunts. This ability transformed humanity. But imagination came with a cost. The The same brain that predicts tomorrow's opportunities can also imagine tomorrow's disasters. Modern overthinking is, in many ways, an ancient survival system working overtime in a world that is far safer than the one it evolved for. Curiosity became another secret weapon. While many animals avoided unfamiliar places, humans gradually learned that exploring new environments could reveal fresh sources of food, water, and shelter. Curiosity encouraged innovation. It led to better tools, improved hunting techniques, and eventually the discovery of fire. Every major step in human civilization began because someone was curious enough to explore something unknown. Perhaps the greatest psychological advantage of early humans was adaptability. Ice ages came and went. Forests became deserts. Rivers changed course. Animals migrated. Yet humans continued to survive because they could change their behavior instead of relying only on physical strength. They learned from experience, shared knowledge through language, and passed survival skills from one generation to the next. This flexibility became humanity's greatest evolutionary superpower. Even today, the ancient survival brain still influences your everyday life. Your stress before an important meeting, your fear of being judged, your instinct to protect your family, your attraction to sweet foods, and your tendency to expect the worst all have roots stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. These reactions were never designed for office jobs, social media, or crowded cities. They were designed for survival in a dangerous prehistoric world. Understanding this changes the way we see ourselves. We are not broken. We are carrying an ancient operating system that evolved under constant danger. Our emotions, fears, habits, and instincts are echoes of countless generations who survived impossible odds so that we could exist today. The next time your heart races, you overthink a situation, or you feel afraid without knowing exactly why, remember this. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's doing exactly what evolution trained it to do. Inside every modern human lives the mind of an ancient survivor. A brain shaped by predators, hunger, uncertainty, and hope. And perhaps the greatest achievement of our ancestors wasn't simply surviving the prehistoric world. It was creating a mind powerful enough to overcome it, a mind that still lives inside each of us today.